Hi guys, it's Joey again. Today I will guide you to draft a trench coat for women. This is a basic must-have for cold weather and I think it's quite suitable for me. So in this video, I'll show you how to make a trench coat sewing pattern from a basic sewing pattern. And now let's get started with today's video. This is my basic sewing pattern. First, I will measure the distance from the top of the bust apex to the center front. And then draw a line parallel to the edge of the paper. Determine the distance between the two lines with the formula that the measurement from bust apex to the center front minus 2 cm. Set the center front lines of the pattern to coincide with the line I just defined. Then I draw the shoulder line and neckline. Usually a trench coat is the outerwear, so I need to widen the shoulder line and side seam by about 1.2 cm. And the underarms is 2 cm deep, and then draw a new armpit line. Set the pattern to the initial position and mark the waistline, side dart, and butt line. The side seam will be extended about 1.2 cm at the waist and the bust, and the hips will be extended by 2.5 cm. So this is the knee line, and my trench coat will be about 5 cm above the knee. So next, I mark and draw the curved line and then the dart position on the paper. For the bottom of the trench coat, you will use the buttock formula divide by 4 and then add by 7 cm, then connect the points to form a side seam. Next, take the small side of a ruler, draw the hemline, and now the steps to make the collar lapel. So from the waistline up to 7 cm, I have the point X, then draw a line passing through point X and perpendicular to the raw edges of the paper, and the perpendicular point is the white point. From the intersection of the neckline and the shoulder line, I will take about 1.5 cm, then draw a line through point Y with the highest point of the collar, and I will call this is line D. So similarly, the line passing through point Y and point 1.5 cm, I call it as line D1. So place the ruler on the line, then fold the paper along the edge of the ruler. This is also the lapel fold line. So from line D1, you need to mark point O 9.5 cm from the shoulder line and cut along the line. Fold the paper on the line and then finish the lapel to the shape that you want. Maybe you can make it a little bigger than the shape that I'm working on, and it's up to your preference. Next, I determine the point 8 about 4 cm from the corner of the lapel, and then cut the pattern. Now it's time to extend the bottom of the jacket. First, stretch the waist dot line to the bottom of the trench coat. I got a triangle here, and then I cut a similar side triangle, and then cut the front bodywork pieces apart. and glue the triangles to the front bodywork pieces as well as remove the waist dust and side dust. Name on each pieces. After checking, I found that top line of the collar lapel is not straight as I want. That's why I will draw a straight line and cut off the excess. Next, mark the button's position. Move to the back of the jacket. Draw a side seam line from the widest part of the buttocks, extending to the bottom point of the real armpit. Then move the sewing pattern to the right side of the drawing line. The sewing pattern is 1 cm from the side seam line. Next, I did the same steps as for the front pattern, expanding the shoulder line and drawing a new armpit curve. Then you need to mark and draw on the dash based on the neckline and the center back. Remember that I won't extend the back neck in the same way I extend the front neck because the elasticity of the fabrics, so when exposed to iron temperature, it would be different. So I will do this step in part 2 of the trench coat sewing tutorial video. I do it like this to minimize the errors during sewing. Next, draw the side seam and the bottom of the back pattern. And cut the pattern pieces out. I will be designing the back pattern into 4 pieces, and please watch closely how I do the next steps. Remove all the dash and extend the bottom of the trench coat about 2.5 cm. I use a China wool fabric. This is a non-stretch fabric for a trench coat. I love using this fabric because it makes the trench coat look sturdy and retain the heat really well. And that's all. This is part 1 of trench coat sewing tutorial. If you're already on the ebook drafting pattern for women, or you have used my sewing pattern drafting service and want this pattern for reference, you can contact me via email and don't forget to tell me your measurement. And the pattern code is trench coat 01A. I will send a pattern to you. Hopefully with this tutorial you can confidently compose your own sewing pattern, and below the video here is a link to a sewing video tutorial. I hope my guide will be useful to you. See you guys next time. Goodbye.